Hey folks, welcome to 20 after 1. It is the 8th of January, almost 40 degrees out here. Welcome to Friday. For my friends in Canada, it's 4.6 Celsius, 51% humidity. Look at that, I told you, likes to be charged. I don't think I'm to the point where I got no moon. I'm still adjusting that clock properly. Anyway, what am I up to today? I got the 1948 Cushman out of the truck, and I'm calling it a 1948. It might have been built, it was built around 1948, so if anybody can find me an exact plate on it or something to show me what it is, I'm more than willing to go there and take a look. But just quickly, I looked at a bunch of these online, and this was altered. I mean, it was battered, but it was also altered. See this hinge here? It's actually built square with a lid. It's got a trunk. Somebody added this and obviously cut the lid off. I think what they used to do with it is have one person sit forward and the other person sit backwards and put their feet there. That's what I think. I don't know. I got it, more or less as you see it. I also looked it over, and I think you guys could see some of this. Helps if I'm not in the sun. This is actually a drip of yellow paint. I think the thing was actually orange. If you kind of look inside the fender in there, you can kind of get the idea. And a couple of the other places, he did not paint it. Obviously the whole hood comes up. And you guys could kind of see what there is. I checked to see if there was a differential in here, and the way I did that is I just picked up one tire and turned it, and that went backwards. So right, and then I think you guys could see a little bit of orange like here, right where he didn't paint very well. Up in there you can see the orange. Anyway, I went stem to stern and I could not find a single badge on it. And I'm not quite sure what this extra welded plate is. I didn't try to put the motor, the electric motor that came with it, back in. It does have a little bit of suspension right in the back. For the wheels, there's like, I don't know, an inch or two of travel if you hit some big bump. And I especially think if you got the batteries in here. It says it runs on 24 volts. I don't know, 1948, were they to the point of having 12 volts in cars yet? One of you guys would know that. Well, I guess maybe there were 4 batteries, right? Though the picture I saw, all the way up front they had the charging unit, and then they had the batteries, and then obviously the motor. So I'm not quite sure how they had this rig. It does have the nice Springer front end, and the front end appears to be in halfway decent shape. Grease fitting here. Considering its weight and so forth, I'll show you the frame, but I'm almost a little surprised that there isn't more trouble with this neck bending backwards, right? And I'll show you why. Well, quickly, it's only attached here, very little on the bottom. So if you pull back on the handlebars, you're putting a lot of torque on it. So I mean, it rolls really easy, right? I mean, no problem rolling it. And actually, it doesn't weigh that much. Obviously, I'm not Superman. So, right there is where the neck kind of hooks up. So there isn't really a lot holding it. You guys could see the frame goes around the outside. It does have a pretty heavy little frame. Right. The brake does not work. And you know, with these things, when you get them, there's always kind of a, you know, how far do we want to go with it? Do I just leave the ratty primer on it and you know, throw some kind of gas motor, forget about reverse, you know, just put a torque converter on it, gear it down nice and low. By the way, Musty One, I think you sent one of your mice here to visit me. There was a nest under the seat. So that's one thing one could do, and that's not at all difficult. But then you also look at it, and most of the metal is meant to be fairly flat. This is pretty kicked in, obviously. So one could actually kind of take it apart and attempt to beat it back into some kind of shape, right? I mean, the handlebars have a little trouble, but they're really not bad. So, I mean, one could spend time on it. Right, the sides caved in. There's a guy who has one of these on eBay, and I think he's asking over $2,000 for it. It's out down in Maryland if you guys want to look it up. This is the one that was actually on eBay, and I think he's asking $295 and $500 shipping. I got it for $295. That's the best I can do. So there it is, 1948 Cushman. Folks, thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing. Keep the feet down, keep your head up, and enjoy all your days. Bye.